To Recovering Addict. I'm LT and I'm an alcoholic addict. There's Link Ty walking in the studio.
There's
Thanks,
my
bud.
baby boy. I'm Felice, married to an alcoholic addict, was co-addicted. Here for any questions you might have about all those things, or if you're a family member struggling, let us know.
So here's the question. Is addiction a disease? What do you believe? What do you know? Let me know what you think. I posed a question last week or last Sunday, whatever day it is. Can you walk into a hospital, us addicts, we got some clean time under our belt. We've learned that addiction is a disease. Can you walk into a hospital to a terminally ill cancer patient and say, hey, I got a disease too? Thank you for the share squad, Steve Sherwood. And feel confident that you guys are talking about disease, right? So with that is the topic for this evening. We are going to look at a couple of articles. I'm going to define disease, and then I'm going to finish what we were talking about in here about disease. And remember, this book is talking about children growing up with addiction as youngsters, adolescents, and adults. So we're going to look at, a way to explain it to children to help them understand if they have lived with a parent who is an addict or that kind of thing. Hey, Brittany's in the house. Cool. But I'm LT. I'm an alcoholic addict. 2 times in my life, I hit rock bottom. I've been a meth addict, and I've been a complete drunk. When I was a meth addict, I got a felony. When I became an alcoholic, I became a straight up alcoholic. Doctor told me I only had a few years, you want to live 10 more years, you better quit drinking. Had to go to detox, went to IOPs, all that kind of stuff. And in between all that, yes, I've done every drug you can imagine. I've smoked heroin, I've smoked crack, I've done acid, shrooms, you name it. I've even smoked fentanyl. You know how it is, right? We have our 1 or 2 main ones that we love, and we'll do all the rest, right? That was me. If it wasn't a disease, what else would it be? That is a very good question. And that's what we're going to cover tonight. So stay tuned. Tonight, we are going to look at that question. I'm just going to throw out there. So if you guys have followed this channel for a while, you know how I do things. Okay. I usually give both sides of the argument. I'm going to tell now my name isn't right. What's going on?
Is that us? We have a clone.
It could be, Sam.
We've been hacked.
I don't know. So I'm going to give an article that says, no, it's not a disease. I'm going to give an article that says, yes, it is a disease. We're going to define disease, and then we're going to look in this book. Like I said, if you follow the way that I teach, if you've come to my Zoom meetings, if you come to my spiritual Zoom meeting, I present the evidence, and I encourage you to go look for yourself, and you decide on your own. This is I just offer the education. I offer what's out there, and then I let you decide. I'm not going to tell you what to believe, but I'm just going to throw a bunch of stuff out there. And that's what I'm going to do. But we do have a New Year's Eve party coming up on Recovering Addict. We are going to post a schedule in the Discord. We're looking at from 6 to midnight, maybe 6 to 1 o'clock in the morning. And that should cover every time zone. When we do this right, we'll have 2 Zoom meetings, like a 6 and a 7 o'clock Zoom meeting, 1 hour. You guys can volunteer to chair either one of those hours. Then the live stream as usual from 8 till 9 right now. And then we're looking at streaming a movie. We could all watch a movie together via the Discord. We can all hang out, chat, laugh, and point at the screen, and we will stream a movie. And then after that, we'll have a couple more Zoom meetings just to kill a bunch of time. Keep us sober, keep us, contained, content, and encouraging one another. And it's even a good place to be accountable. Pop in, say, hey, I'm doing good. And if you're struggling, we're going to have about 4 or 5 Zoom meetings. And then every hour that the time zone that New Year's hits in, we'll pause. We'll say congratulations and yay to all that, blah, blah, blah. So we're looking at something like that.
All those things. What's up, Allie? Is it my turn? Do I get to tell
Oh, Allie's in the house.
Literally. Allie's literally in the house. My kind of New Year's Eve party. Thank you so much for doing this. Hi, Sam. And pretty sure you hacked us. Pretty sure that's what happened. My Misha. Hi, Misha. You need to come work out with us. I decided. All right. Back to the top. Top.
Who's the winner?
We got a winner. And his name is Merk.
Oh, he even said dang it, Shuri, for some reason.
Oh,
he's mad.
I don't know. She said, hey, guys, but you totally
won. What's up, sober chick?
I don't know why. Sober chick.
I'm early.
But I'll be back.
But I'll be back.
Who we got? Desmond.
Good day, everyone.
Everybody from
Down Under.
Australia. What is up, Sean?
Sean Leary, I got the email. We do have your order, and we're waiting until the New Year's to mail everything out because the mail is so jacked up right now. We mailed something to Merck, and it's like we sent it to Australia. He still hasn't got it. Yeah. So we're just kind of waiting for the New Year. We got a group of a bunch of stuff we're mailing out, and so just know that it's going to get there. It may take a little longer than usual, but
yes,
that's what's going on.
Your things will arrive. Hey, Sky. How you doing there? Fast. I don't know what that says.
There's a little bit of
I have no idea why it's typing out that way. I have no idea what it says. Still.
Awesome.
Who else we got? Mo. Good to see you. It's been a while, I feel like. And Cherie, all the hearts.
Cherie's up in the house.
Also, we have who else? I don't know. We're sharing. I'm at the bottom. We got Samantha. Hey, Sam. Thank you for all you do.
Yeah, Sam, you're freaking amazing. Blowing my mind. Teaching me so much. I love it.
Marilyn, good to see you too. Grandma T, always lovely seeing you in the house. And Brittany, it's been a while. Glad to see you in the chat. We've missed you.
Glad. Yeah, what's up with Brittany? Give us a little
going good.
Give us a little lowdown. What's going on with you, Brittany? It's good to see you back in here.
Hello.
Mama. Carla Bell.
Shandea. Hello.
Shandea. Yeah, we had a great Christmas, you guys. What did we do? We got up. We do the same thing every year. We get up. We have Christmas here. We have the kids open their presents. You know, they got a little bit of stuff. And then we go to Felice's dad's house, and he makes a big breakfast for everybody. And then after we get done chilling, eating breakfast, talk to them for a little while, we bounce over to Felice's mom's house, and that's where we spend the remainder of the day and continue to eat as much as I can. Garbage, candy, everything I could find.
And then we came home to watch the best movie ever made, which is Wonder Woman.
Yeah, if you guys haven't seen the new Wonder Woman, it was actually pretty good. Pretty good movie.
Wonder Woman is amazing. She's my hero. Here's our hacker.
YouTube's not working. I'm yelling at myself.
I don't know why we're mad at YouTube. And Steve.
It's probably Sam.
Everly Rosemay.
So if you're just tuning in, this is a show about recovery. This is a show about addiction. And we cover all that stuff. And the topic this evening is going to be, and I would love to hear your thoughts on it, is addiction a disease? What do you think? What do you know? And I'm going to give some arguments to that. At 8:15, we're going to answer a question in the Discord, which I think is a pretty good question. And that is one of our things. And then at 8:35, we are going to have the quote of the day, which won't be by Cassie tonight, which will be by our very lovely Allie. Amanda, what's going on, Mad?
Because Allie's in the house.
Mo says it's a disease.
What's up, Petey?
It's a disease.
Yes, you did hack us.
I didn't hack you.
I think it would just be poor taste to turn around and attention to yourself when someone is on their death. I probably missed the majority.
I think it would be poor taste to turn around and attention to yourself when someone. Yeah, no, I agree with that. I wouldn't suggest going and doing that. But I'm just saying it just kind of puts it in perspective of disease, right? Disease is something that we like cancer. All of a sudden, that guy has a disease. It's not getting better. It definitely needs treatment, and it's going to kill him. You know, can we really categorize addiction like that? I don't know. You tell me.
Okay. Oh, we got Raina. Hello.
Hey, what's up, Raina?
I am funny. Brittany, update. Sydney is in an IOP program.
Oh, awesome.
Very cool. Hi, girls.
You know you're in our prayers, and we love you.
Hello from Ottawa, Illinois.
Ottawa just celebrated 1 year.
Day after Christmas. Good job, Oscar. Glad you're here.
Good job. That's a great Christmas present to your family, huh? Matt, love seeing you.
Virginia Dopkins. What is up?
Hey, Virginia.
Raylene.
It's
been a while. Love you.
Yeah, where you been? How's you going? Give us a little update. What's going on?
Brandy, you seem new.
Oh, hello. Yeah. And if you are new, drop your sobriety date, just like our new fella did up there, and let us know a little bit about you so we can welcome you. Say hello. If you got 30, 60, 90 days. If you have 30, 60, 90 days, I have a special video for you.
Super excited.
Yeah. Me too, Mandy.
Yes, it is you.
It's not. Okay, is it or is it not? Because there's only like 3. Oh, it could be Cherie or Des or any one of the moderators on Recovering
I feel like
Addict.
It's very possible it could be Desmond because he also said YouTube wasn't working, and then he came back and said YouTube's working, and he was Desmond again after being us again.
It could be Des. I wouldn't say it's a disease literally, but figuratively, it is very self-destructive and it does control you. No doubt about that. You are 100% correct.
Let's see. Another update. I, in a way, fell off recovery, had to focus on myself and family. It got very overwhelming with Sydney's behaviors, hitting me, kicking me, choking me with my sweater string, spitting on me. Oh, man.
That's got to be tough. I mean, whew. I pray for you because I don't know.
Yeah, we're here for you, Brittany. Anything you need.
I would have a very hard time. I was on as LT on Facebook. I don't know what happened. Des, you became me. It was amazing.
Yeah.
I felt so good. I felt so powerful.
You guys were one.
My voice started going Australian. I started getting mad at acronyms. It was awesome.
Let's see who we got. Inverse impact. Hey, Twitcher.
Yeah, I don't think it's a literal disease, but you definitely do need a treatment because it can kill you, no doubt. And it does need to be treated. And it's self-destructive and it ruins everything around you. And you can't just tell somebody to quit, can you? Just knock it off and they're going to quit. I don't think so, right?
Happy New Year.
It's a
yes,
disease,
Ray's Raina.
An allergy. And when I finally realized that I had the phenomenon of craving, my DOC, yes, that's when I started to understand why I couldn't stop. Yeah, doctor's opinion out of the AA book. I love it. Page 417 also says once we understand this, right, we finally get it. I like it.
Look, I am one with the Force, and the Force is with me. That's you and Desmond.
Oh, there's Cassie. Now she wants to know.
Live to know, cause that's what she said. Hey, Tanner, sober since 9/25 after going through an IOP, trying to get reconnected with recovery, work, stay on track. Well, glad you're here, Tanner. We will send you the links to join our Discord and our private Facebook, and you can hang out with all these amazing people in the chat because they all are very amazing people. So I think you're in a good place.
Amen. Who said that?
Tanner.
Oh, Tanner. Cool. Let me welcome Tanner. Welcome, Tanner. Oh, 2019. What is that? June, July, August, September, October. Dang.
I got lost in your month math.
Dude, getting reconnected, I think, is a great step I think you took right there because we have a motto. You can see it on the sign back here. Hopefully it looks backwards instead of moving.
I was looking to see what it said.
We recover better together, right? And it's true, man. The better connections we make with healthy people, and I could be down, she could be up, and she's going to help lift me up. And then one next day, it's the opposite, and then I lift her up. And the same thing we do in this community. We have a Discord and a private Facebook group where everybody in the chat, we like to chit chat. We're having a New Year's Eve party coming up, all digital, streaming movies, live streams, Zoom meetings, help hold each other accountable. We recover better together, and just keep pushing each other to become the best selves we can be.
Love it. Ella, hello.
Hey, Ella.
Hi, Ella.
When the kids come back, we'll have.
You look super beautiful today. Just so you know. She wants a guest spot. Allie says disease is such as tough topic for me. Disease is
such a tough for me. Super excited to hear what you have to say.
Very good.
Oh, hi, Riley.
Let's see. It could be a mental disorder because you do alter your brain. And Jeanette has an
Somebody's
announcement.
on. The Twitcher, I think you've studied a little bit.
I think so. But congratulations to Jeanette. Big news after 12 years. I can finally call my old man my fiance. What? Congratulations. 'Tis amazing. Congratulations. Hope you spend the rest of your lives making each other happy.
Yeah. All right. Couple more hellos, and then we are going to jump into the Discord question of the day.
Let's see. I think what
Kimmy.
does closing your eyes, counting fingers, add fingers to count?
Yes.
Good to know.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's everybody.
Is it everybody? Thanks. Are you sure we said hello to everybody? My goodness.
No, if I missed you, I apologize.
8:15, segment number 2. The question from the Discord today is from our very one and lovely Kimmy, who told her story on our channel not too long ago. Great story. I would suggest going back and checking it out, especially if you've had anything to do with meth. If you're not a part of our Discord, join our Discord. You can throw questions in here. We will address them live. And today's question from Kimmy says, can someone in recovery, everybody in the chat, help me answer this. Can someone in recovery help someone else stop using, possibly with boundaries, or is it dangerous to both people's sobriety? Is walking away even an option? That's a good question because you're torn. You want to help, but you got to take care of yourself. You hear the saying, put the mask on yourself and then you can help somebody else. If you're not that far along in sobriety, maybe I don't know enough to help this person. What if I give them the wrong advice? Can I just walk away? I know they need help. That's a good conflicting question. It's a tough one. I say, whatever, this is my opinion. You guys, what do you think in the chat? And we'll see what Felice thinks. I say, whatever you've learned, I would say share your story first and how it ruined your life, just to plant that seed of addiction. That addiction ruins people's lives. That's a good life example, is always a great example. And your story is a great example. Resources for this person to go through. If you don't feel qualified, whatever, right? Send them to resources. And then I would not walk away. I would always be there to support. I would draw boundaries. If it starts triggering you, it becomes too stressful for you. Say, hey, I'll be able to support you, like this, but if it crosses this line, I'm not going to be able to support you. I'm sorry. I have to worry about myself because I have this family to take care of here. So do what you can. Easy does it. And point them in the right directions. You know where to point them.
Mm-hmm. I think that's perfect. And I agree. But if you do choose to help them, be very careful, be very guarded that you don't get sucked into them and become codependent or co-addicted to that.
Yeah. It's Adrian from the gym.
Yay.
That's awesome. We work out with this girl like every day. We're just like, hi. And we're just like, work out.
We do this and then we're like, okay, bye.
All right, bye. Yeah, those guys are consistent. I love it. They're in recovery. You got to do the same thing that they're doing and we're doing in the gym, right? You can't go to the gym once a week and expect to have awesome results. You can't eat, a good meal once a week and expect to have awesome results and get a 6-pack of abs. No, you got to work out every freaking day. You got to, just like I said before, treat your recovery like an MMA fighter gets ready for a fight. If you're putting all that effort into that one battle is coming, you're going to be ready to knock it out when it gets here. And that's what these guys do at the gym. And I love it. Love the consistency, Adrian. Thanks for watching.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. But I guess part of recovery is helping other addicts get sober. Like that's what we do. That's what you do as an addict. You help that's the last step of the 12
step 12.
Steps.
Turn around and give it back. But what if you haven't got to step 12 yet?
So first thing I would suggest is work your recovery. Make sure you're in a good spot to be able to help somebody. If you feel like your recovery is rocky, then you're not in a good spot to help anybody. You need to make sure you're solid. You got a good sponsor. You got people to talk to. You got people to reach out to so that when those triggers do come, you have somewhere to go.
Good night, Mo.
So that you don't relapse or do anything because something triggered you somewhere along the way.
Yeah, I like what Introverse Little Bit Pact says. You can always say no, but it's good to have someone who understands you. Mm-hmm. And you understand, and they understand. And you could just be a listening ear. Sometimes just listening is better than trying to fix things. That's what kind of the conflict between a man and a woman usually is. The woman just wants somebody to talk to who's going to listen. Oh, okay. A man, he's like, I know how to fix that. I'm a fixer. The guys fix things, right? So the woman says something. The guy's like, I got the solution to that. And the girl's like, and then all of a sudden there's this weird conflict because we're different. Yeah, sometimes just listen. What's up, Todd? The only way to keep your recovery is to give it back. That's another good thing. It could possibly only increase your recovery. Says always motivational, encouraging. You're welcome, Kimmy. We love you. You know that.
Yes, we do. If you guys haven't checked out Kimmy's story a couple episodes back, amazing story of recovery and redemption and amazingness, and you're awesome.
So he's been here before. He says, I had a real life example of this recently. Friend of mine reached out and I shared my story. That's it. Just share your story. A lot of times just sharing your story is enough to plant a seed, to get them moving in the right direction. And then you just say, hey, and then they go, when you get a 30, 60, 90-day chip in the AA or NA, right? When you're in the meetings and the rooms, what do they say? How'd you do it? And they want to, it doesn't matter if you got 30 days, 60 days. How did you get to 30 days sober? How did you do it? And you're saying that for the new person, right? Well, I heard this loud, and that was my head coming out of my, and then and then I was doing that, and now I'm here, and look, I got 30 days. And the new guy goes, oh, ooh, let me try some of that. And they hear another story. Oh, let me try some of that, you know?
Yeah, Josh has a good point. He said, this go around, I have helped one other person, but that person was ready to get sober. I feel like that's kind of a key thing right there. You can point them in the right directions and give them the resources and plant the seeds, but until they themselves are ready.
But plant the seeds, nonetheless.
Yeah, definitely plant the seeds.
Yeah. And, y'all, update. Josh Beam's going to be on the show Sunday night.
What? News to me.
Yep.
Amazing. Glad you're here.
Setting it up, getting it ready to roll. I try my best not to overwhelm as well, Sean. Yeah.
I love guests.
Sure. Definitely, I am also not better than anyone else. Can just share my experiences. Amen. All right. Great question, Kimmy. Thank you for posting that in the Discord. If you are not a member of our Discord or our private Facebook group, Felice is going to drop those links in the chat.
Yes.
Please join us. It's growing big, and we got awesome things on the horizon. Not to mention, we are giving away a car come soon. Tomorrow, the guy is picking out the car from an auction. I'm not going to give too many details, but me and Felice are going to go down there and make a video about it. Blah, 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 blah. So, car coming soon. All right. Disease.
You have a car.
You guys want to hear the exact definition of a disease? It says disease, and I got this off dictionary.com. You can Google it. It says a disorder of structure or function in a human, an animal, a plant, especially one that produces specific signs or symptoms or that affects a specific location and is not simply a direct result of physical injury. Now, the physical injury part of this definition is kind of like where I start to look at addiction as a disease, because it is, I believe, and this is my opinion, this is whatever, right? Don't take it for what it's worth. But disease, it's a disease of choice, right? There's really no scientific gene that says, yep, that guy's going to be an alcoholic or addict. You kind of choose to go down that path, but prolonged use does give you brain damage. And in a sense, that's physical injury. And under that category, I don't know, maybe I'm just throwing things out there, maybe not. But let's look at why it's not a disease. And I kind of like what this article states, because it kind of hits you in the mouth a little bit. You know, when I read it, I was a little like, I'm a little convicted. My goodness. All right. It says the statement in a CMAJ editorial that addiction is a disease is not supported by the evidence, and it reads more like a political policy statement than a resound intellectual argument. Now, I'm going to drop this in the comments so that you guys can look at it as well when you want to. And I'll give you both articles that we go through. I do like what it says here. There has been a steady erosion of individual responsibility and loss of any concept of personal blame for bad choices. So right here, right, and they're quoting a comedian. His name's Flip Wilson. And his comedic quote is, "It's not my fault. The devil made me do it." And now they're going, see, if you call addiction a disease, you're giving these people an excuse to not be responsible for what they've done, right? What they've been going through and what they're doing, right? It's not my fault. The devil made me do it. I can't quit doing drugs. It's a disease. So this is this article, okay? I'm just the messenger. Don't get freak out on me. But this is what this article says. And we'll read another article that completely contradicts this article. So like I said, I bring out both sides and you decide. So they're basically saying that addiction removes any sense of personal responsibility. Addiction does not meet the criteria specified for a core disease entity, namely the presence of a primary measurable deviation from psychological or anatomical norm. Addiction is a self-acquired, and it is not transmissible. It's not contagious. It's not autoimmune. It's not hereditary. It's or degenerative or traumatic, right? Traumatic, I don't know about that word. But treatment consists of little more than stopping a given behavior, right? That's the treatment. Stop and correct behavior. True disease worsens if left untreated. So they say true disease like cancer, or diabetes, or, all that stuff. True disease worsens if left untreated. A patient with cancer is not cured if locked in a cell, whereas an alcoholic is automatically cured. No access to alcohol means no alcoholism. A person with schizophrenia will not remit if secluded. Sepsis will spread and Parkinson's disease will worsen if left untreated. Criminal courts do not hand down verdicts of not guilty by virtue of mental illness to drunk drivers who kill pedestrians. At best, addiction is a maladaptive response to an underlying condition such as depression or a non-specific inability to cope with the world. What do y'all think about this article so far?
Mark said, attack the messenger. I don't like this article. Get him, Mark. Get him.
Oh, my mommy's dropping some quotes. Science shows that it is a chronic disease.
She
A
retracted.
chronic disease is one that cannot be cured but can be controlled. But first, it's a choice. Retracted. Is it popping up? Coming. I don't like this article. It sucks. I agree, Burke, with you. I know where you're thinking. What I do like about this article is to take away that, because you know us addicts and our desire to wiggle out of anything responsibility wise in addiction.
Thanks, Kimmy.
I do like that part of it. I like the hard. I like hard hitting subjects that just punch me right in the mouth, and this one kind of did. All right, so almost finished. It says the study on the neurobiology. Sorry, let me make this bigger so I can see farther. It says the study on biology of addiction looked at the brains of people with addiction after they had damaged them by their behavior. Brains were not examined in their pre-morbid state. This is analogous to saying that this was that word.
Where are we at?
Sequelae, whatever, of traumatic brain injury were themselves the cause of said brain injury, right? Ironically, the title of the referenced article used the term disorder, not disease. So that's a little punch in the face. It's like, yeah, we're not going to call it that because y'all are just going to, you could not take responsibility for the truth here. All right, let's read through some of these comments. Oh, Kimmy, thank you very much.
Thank you, Kimmy.
Party on, Wayne. Thank you.
It says people use for two different reasons, pleasure seeking or pain avoidance.
I was the pleasure seeker. And then it became pain avoidance right towards the end. Like, well, if I drink enough,
At first, it's not always a choice. Many brains are primed to want substances. Anyone want to know? Just read Garber. Heard him today.
Garber.
He knows what's up, and not all addicts wiggle out of responsibility.
Very good. I agree.
I like what Reverse Impact said. It's kind of like being fat. It's hard to lose weight, but not impossible. That might be a weird way to put it. It's true. It's hard to get sober, but
it's so
not
true,
impossible.
really. I mean, dieting and exercise and that life, just to try. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right.
Steve hates it. He agrees with Mark.
All right, fine. We'll read this article. Sheesh. This article by Brain Health. Where is this from? This is from Michigan Health. Let me drop this because if you don't quote your resources, all of a sudden you're like a bad guy. So,
What if?
this is the article I'm on now. If you guys decide to read this one later, this one says that science says addiction is a chronic disease, not a moral failing. Addiction is a serious issue. The U.S. is currently facing an opioid epidemic, and excessive use of alcohol continues to be one of the leading preventable causes of death, according to the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention. So, in November of 2016, a report from Surgeon General publicly confirmed what researchers have known for years. Addiction is a chronic illness accompanied by significant changes in the brain. Addiction does not occur because of moral weakness, a lack of willpower, or an unwillingness to stop. This finding stems from decades of work investigating the effects of substance use on the brain. The first time individuals drink or take drugs, they do so voluntarily, and they believe they can control their use. With time, more and more alcohol or drugs are needed to achieve the same level of pleasure and satisfaction as when they first started. We all experienced that. That's me. Went from 3 beers to fifths of whiskey, right? It went from one little tiny line of meth to smoking and hoarding bags, just about to shoot up. All right, so seeking out and taking the substance becomes a near constant activity. That's so true. Seeking out and taking the substance becomes a near constant activity. That becomes your life, causing significant problems for them, their family, and friends. And at the same time, progressive changes in the brain drive the compulsive, uncontrollable drug use known as addiction. When this happens, individuals can no longer voluntarily choose to not use drugs or alcohol, even if it means losing everything they once valued. Is this article kind of sitting a little better with everybody here? Yes, please hit that like button, subscribe if you're not already, and join us. Sounds like disorder is fitting in comparison to mental health disorders. In lieu of disease terminology, seems more as a sickness. Change starts with you. It's hard at first, but it does get easier as time goes on. Amen to that.
Yeah.
Love having you in the comments. Thanks for being here. Great analogy, Kimmy. From Sober Chick, all day, every day, for sure. 50 Tyson, all day, every day, 50 Tyson. Okay, this one conforms to my opinion. I like it. Mark went from angry to happy. Yes, hit that follow button too. Thank you very much. Love having you in the chat. Much better. Yes, this article is much better. Well, if I don't give you guys that, that emotion, that little, what's going on here? Everybody's preferring the second. Me too. Just let you know I do too.
Funny.
As we continue, when this happens, individuals can no longer voluntarily choose to not use drugs or alcohol, even if it means losing everything they once valued. And that's what we have done in addiction. And we're going to stop right there right now because Ali, you can't see me. Oh.
Just kidding.
Okay. Quote of the day, right? This is hard. It's not what I wanted. It's not what I dreamt of, but it is. Nothing about addiction is easy. It's devastating disease. I can make it worse or I can face it head on, eyes wide open, and make it not worse. This is what I can control.
Beautiful. It was like a beautiful poem. Beautiful poem. Worked hard.
I like that one.
I do too. This is what I can control.
All right, where were we? Oh, yeah. And Jillian Hardy, PhD, she put this quote in here and wants to reiterate it because it made it big and put it by her picture. It says, addiction does not occur because of moral weakness or lack of willpower or an unwillingness to stop. What did Mark say?
What did Mark say?
Boom, chicka, bow, wow.
No, he said boom.
He said boom.
Boom.
Police is always making it bigger than it is.
It is like Sheree said,
So did
bow,
Sheree.
chicka, wow,
You're
wow.
like a soap opera.
This is my own personal dating
Aw.
show, okay? Let me have my
Chicka, bow,
things.
wow.
It's okay. You can do that.
She likes it. Adriana.
Right. Me too.
They love it.
They loved your quote.
Boom.
Aw.
Awesome, Allie.
Allie?
Allie?
This is Allie.
Yeah.
Oh, look. See, Merck said, chicka, wow, wow.
Oh,
See?
That's what I was waiting for.
All right, no more funny stuff. Back to addiction. Jeez. We're a glum lot, remember? Just kidding.
Boring. Just kidding. Ah, lucky.
See ya. All right, the brain on addiction is the next part of this. It says research has identified a number of areas in the brain key to the development and the persistence of addiction. In particular, pathways containing dopamine are where many drugs exert their effects. Dopamine is a small chemical in the brain important for carrying signals from one brain cell to the next, similar to how trains carry cargo, right? Pathways where dopamine is present are involved in many different functions, one of which is a reward-motivated behavior. And that's when I talk about, and we've heard me talk about it with the School of Addiction and Hawk and all them, when you are in addiction, your reward was to grab the drug, right? Pop the pill, sniff the line, drink the drink. That was your reward system. So your brain and your habits are tied to this huge. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Cassie's texted me. My bad.
At least on that. I agree with the disease portion. I always think of it like you don't know you are an addict until you're an addict. You don't know you have cancer until you have cancer. That's how my brain thinks about it. Because most people don't know they're addicted to things until they're addicted to things. And most people don't know they have cancer until they get diagnosed.
Yeah, where is Lish?
I don't know. She did lose a chest, so she's probably crying.
Yeah, so when you get into recovery, you know, you got your first 90 days, right? You got to start rewiring your brain to have a different reward system. Felice and I have been rewiring our brain for the last few months with exercise. Once we go to the gym now and we're done working out, we feel great. That our bodies are now go, wow, that was a great reward. You went, you worked out, you got your blood flowing, you're sweating. You're going to go home and you're going to eat good protein and a great meal. You know, you're going to drink a bunch of water, and it releases dopamine, and it's a healthy effect. There's no shame. There's no guilt in it. You become stronger. People say, wow, you're looking good. Your face gets clearer. You know what I mean? You can go hiking without losing your breath and all that kind of stuff. Oh boy.
And I'm down 29 pounds all.
Look who's backstage. Oh my gosh.
I love her.
You
What's
almost
up,
forgot
Kathy?
about me, though. I was like, Mayday, Mayday.
I'm here.
Yeah, Cassie in the
Wait a minute.
house.
Wait a minute. 29 pounds?
29 pounds. I was 195, and this morning I was
You,
162.
Felice? Oh my God,
Is that crazy?
congratulations.
It's so hard.
That is
But
so
but it's
awesome.
doing it. This guy, he
But
helps
look,
me.
but make if it was easy, everyone would do it. So the hard makes it worth it and makes you go, that was awesome. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
if
The
it
hard
was
makes
easy,
it.
everybody would do it.
It's not easy.
Everybody. Yeah,
Everybody.
Today was hard.
What were you doing? Did you like change your diet? What'd you do?
Yeah, just eat better, cut out sugar. We have a cheat night on Saturdays, so you get that nice meal. But I only eat like twice a day because I'm not hungry all the time anymore. But it's
Yep,
like
your
getting rid of that
metabolism
like
changed.
sugar cravings, and it's weird because I'm like I refuse to eat a donut because I'm like as soon as I eat a donut, it's all downhill. I'm like I haven't had a donut in like 6 months.
Des is like
Wow.
blown away. Des don't even know what to think right now.
Even though like sometimes I'll have like a little piece of like cheesecake or something, but I'm like I can't eat a donut. This is
That's-
mind tricks.
Your boundaries.
I know
That's
my
awesome.
problem.
What about you, LT? You look good.
I'm
too.
down 25 pounds.
Awesome.
I'm
Good
trying
for
to
you
upload
guys.
this video so I can show you, but it's not working. Son of a turkey. It's in the wrong.
Des said my reward is donuts and beach trucks. I agree with you, Des.
If you had to make a
Donuts is my
choice,
drug.
donuts.
All right, I'm going to screen share because I want to show you what I did today.
Okay.
Let's see if I can make it huge. I even have the scar on my shin to prove it.
Yeah, it does.
Tell me if you can see.
Outdoor
There's not
stuff?
going to be any audio.
Okay.
Okay, there it is. You see that? So this is 405.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
Maybe I can get the audio like this.
Hey, there's our friends.
Oh yeah, there's Adrian in the corner.
Oh my.
Your shin.
Oh my gosh. Oh. Ow.
I did, man. I had blood dripping down my leg after that one.
Oh, owie, owie, owie. That's awesome. So, like, is that what you do? You just try to get one in, just one rep because how heavy it is, right?
That today was just our 1 rep max. Yeah, and deadlifting is like one of the most. It is the most taxing on your central nervous system as far as workout goes. So I only max out on a deadlift once every couple of months.
Wow. Okay, so that was your max out.
Yeah, that was today.
And
I
you
could have
just
probably
do
went a
one.
little
Okay,
heavier.
gotcha.
Yeah, just one. But then after that, we did 5 clean and press, followed by 10 kettlebell swings, 10 burpees, and then 10 or 5 tire flips. And we did 5 sets of that.
That is awesome. That cling and jerk, I do not understand. I have not gotten it. It is hard as hell. And if you don't get it, you look like I don't know, a damn What did my dad say? I look like I
don't
forgot, but something. It doesn't look great at all. It's a funny.
Right, but I do it best I can.
Son of a turkey. I've used that.
I just said that, you son of a turkey. I love it.
Oh, like that. This is my cousin Cassie. She is from Body by Cassie. This is a Twitch person that's new to our channel.
Hi.
But Cassie is from Body by Cassie, and she comes on. She's my cousin. She lives in Vegas. We're in Utah. And she comes on regularly to the show to share us a quote, to give us some cool. Sometimes she shows us the Raiders stadium. Sometimes she shows us a casino. You know, we just chill and have fun.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Hello. Nice to meet you. Thank you. Thank you for joining.
Call that
Yay. Fun. Seriously, my face like that's fun. Woo! I'm making the face while you're doing it. You know, when the baby eats, you're like, oh. Oh, I love you. Hi, Marie, I love you. So sweet. Okay, so let me read my quote. I think it fits for today too. So, the secret of change is to focus all your energy not on fighting the old, but building up the new.
Ooh.
Right?
Yeah.
Up the new.
Quit fighting the old and build up the new. Merc drops Cassie's channel in there. Make sure you guys check out her channel.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you for all the likes and all the love and all the support. Thank you guys so much. You've been amazing. And I think I'm at like 70 subscribers. So if I can get up to 100, please, please, please. I'm like so excited. Every day I see a little bit more. I'm like, yay. And I'm going to drop another video probably the next couple of days. So I'm trying to do 2 jobs at one time too. So I'm trying to get the videos out there as much as possible. So thank you for your guys' support.
Very good. Love it.
All right. All right. I love you guys. I'm going to go. So let's bring it together. All right. And we're going to continue to spread that love.
Yeah. Bow, bow, bow.
Love you guys. Good night.
All right. Love you. Bye.
Good night. Mwah.
Thank you, Marilyn. Angelia says, my problem is I get real bored easily. I have no license nor a job. I'm going crazy. Please say a prayer that I find work plays. You are in our prayers. Angela, if you're not in our Discord, please jump in there, because if you're starting to feel bored or you feel like you're going crazy, reach into our support room, say, I need some support, and we will jump into a voice chat with you. Yeah, if you can, and I'm not sure, and maybe you already are, because that's how my mind works. It just forgets everything. But join us on our Zooms. We have Zooms every day. We don't have lives. And in New Year's, we got a big old long thing coming up. What?
Desmond says Merc has to work out his pickup lines. I'm going to tell Ollie. Ollie.
That's funny. All right, let's finish this article.
On Desmond.
Des has got to be flattered. That's probably why Des eats lots of donuts. All right, where were we in this? All right, so in the healthy brain, dopamine. We're back to the dopamine. Dopamine's transferred like a shuttle in your brain, right? It's a reward system. Your body does something. Your body goes, ooh, that was good. And your body drops dopamine to tell your body that, hey, do that again. That was great. But in a healthy brain, okay, dopamine is released in response to natural rewards, such as food, exercise, as way of saying that was good. But drugs hijack dopamine pathways, teaching the brain that drugs are good too. For example, some drugs have a structure similar to other chemical messengers in the brain, allowing them to bind brain cells and to release dopamine. Therefore, taking a drug produces a euphoric feeling, which in turn strongly reinforces the drug use behavior. That was me. As soon as I took that sip, I was like, woohoo, that feels good. I better finish the whole liquor store. Drugs release 2 to 10 times the amount of dopamine that natural rewards release. Can you believe that? Drugs? How much is released depends on the type of drug, right? Amphetamines, so 2 to 10 times more than natural rewards, the dopamine is released because of drugs. Now it's going to compare the two. Like amphetamines, for example, they're going to release a lot more dopamine than cocaine. As a result, the increased and sometimes consistent influx of dopamine means feelings of reward, motivation, or pleasure are also increased. That's why every time I sniffed a line of cocaine, as soon as that line was gone, I was like, hey bro, you got any meth? Instantly, I was chasing meth. I couldn't just do cocaine and be cool and then party and fall asleep, hours later. I was like, bam, where's the meth?
Hours later.
Yeah, coke is lame. So if a substance use continues, the brain produces less dopamine or reduces the number of brain structures that receive dopamine. Thus, dopamine's impact on the reward network diminishes, along with the individual's ability to experience pleasure. So that's why when we come off of drugs and alcohol, we're like, how are we supposed to have fun? Life is boring. Everything's dull, and all you got is just this. And then you look around and all these bridges are on fire and you're like, what did I do?
Des said spot on, LT.
Thank you, Des.
Thank you, Sunray. Glad you're here.
Sunray in the house. What's going on? Amphetamines plus video games is broken. Yeah, right? I used to get, back in the Halo days, I'd sit there and smoke meth and play Halo. Work. Freaking. My train of thought, addiction is a definite disease. Sunray, thank you from down under. All right, let's get through this article. We only got a few minutes left, about 12. This explains why individuals who chronically abuse drugs or alcohol begin to appear lethargic, unmotivated, and depressed, because we're just wearing out this dopamine channel, right? And report a lack of pleasure in things that were once pleasurable. To counter this, they increase their substance use in an attempt to feel the same pleasure that they used to. So we're always chasing the dragon, right? This only exacerbates the problem, creating a vicious cycle of needing to take the drug in order to regain dopamine levels. Excuse me. Then later needing to increase the dose and so on. And the effect known as tolerance, right? So while the short-term use may only produce small transit effects in the brain, prolonged substance use changes the brain in a fundamental way that reinforces continued use, such as the strengthening of memory circuits associated with drug taking. Cues that are social, such as being around substance-using friends, the geography, right, favorite bars, and the physical, experiencing stress, in nature becomes strongly associated with the drug. That's why we get triggered when we go around certain people, certain places, and see certain things. These have powerful impacts on the brain. No matter if that person's been abstinent for 15 days or 15 years, this stuff can trigger, right? And then it could possibly trigger a relapse. Brain changes from chronic drug or alcohol use can persist years after a person quits. This is why individuals risk relapse even after long periods of abstinence, and despite a relapse's potentially devastating effects. More importantly, this is why treatment depends on the type of drug and the individual characteristics of the patient. Understanding the brain's role in addiction can help reduce negative perceptions and attitudes of those struggling substance use disorders, because addiction is typically a chronic disorder characterized by intermittent relapses. Short-term, one-time treatment is generally not sufficient. That's why we're always in recovery basically the rest of our lives, right? And we join a community that recovers because of that, makes it better. However, research shows that addiction can be managed successfully. Individuals who enter and remain in treatment can manage their addiction and improve their quality of life. 100% agree with that.
100%.
100%, y'all. All right.
We'll talk to Brittany for a minute. She says, I'm a year, 9 months, 12 days sober, though with all that I have had going on.
Hey, Link.
I've been accused so many times, though, of being on something again, and it's not even funny, but that's on them, not me. Yeah, you're not using. That's all that matters. Hey, congrats. Mandy said, I'm sorry. It's hard trying to constantly prove yourself to others, but congrats, you're still sober.
Amen. And don't try to prove it to them. At the end of the day, what they think doesn't matter. And I like the saying, what other people think of me is none of my business anyway.
Jeanette says, I'm still starting to get back my sense of humor and silliness.
Yeah, like your personality takes a while to come back, 100%.
I think you're funny. Guys, just saying, that does not mean that I have not had cravings or close bys, but I made it through. You're amazing.
Sound like the rest of us. We're so proud of you, Brittany. Screw those that have something to say about your recovery, Brittany. Keep going the damn thing. Yes.
Yeah.
Merc always coming up. That's why he's a. I bet you when Merc played baseball, he was the fourth batter.
The home run hitter.
Clean up. Pow!
Bring them all in.
Yep.
Score for 4. So true. Gotta try to keep that sense of humor.
Yeah. So now
Fun.
go ahead. Go.
That's it. I was just saying laughing's fun. I enjoy a good laugh now and then.
Okay, so now tying this to the children, right? Because we are going through this book, It'll Never Happen to Me by Claudia Black. Growing up with addicts, with addiction. Were your parents alcoholics? Was one of your parents a substance user? Was your mom a pill popper? Was your dad an alcoholic cokehead or whatever? Out of the park, he says.
You know it.
This book by Dr. Claudia Black, she says it's a disease. And I want to encourage you guys to go to YouTube, look up this movie called Pleasure Unwoven. They nail it. They'll explain exactly what disease, how addiction is and becomes a disease of choice. All right. So it's advisable to ask children. Remember that we talked about how we should explain addiction to children so that they understand where it's coming from. And I put a couple books in the link so that you could read these books to children and then they could understand. They need to be educated as we do too. And if they've been traumatized or had to live with a parent of addiction, it's best to just, bring them along into recovery. They need to recover too. Like Felice was never an addict or an alcoholic. I was, but I destroyed a lot of things. And because of that, we both have to recover out of this, It's advisable to ask children, remember, what they think about it. What is chemical dependency? Or what do you guys think an alcoholic looks like or an addict looks like? Ask a kid that. See what kind of question. Go to your kids tonight. If you have kids, you can even ask an 18-year-old and younger, whatever, right? Walk up to them and say, hey, what does an addict look like to you? What do they act like? What does an alcoholic look like or act like? And then ask them, what do you think about chemical dependency? And just listen to what they say.
I want to ask the kids.
Yeah. Children have undoubtedly heard of these phrases, right? From family members, friends, TV, YouTube, TikTok, movies. These words are often used judgmentally and negatively, for one thing. So it's vital that they understand that the addicted family member is sick and suffering from a disease, Claudia says. Chemical dependency is not a disease caused by a germ or a virus or many other diseases, but it is an illness nonetheless. Go ahead.
Glad you're here, Amanda. Clean date 3/8/2019.
Good job.
Very good.
Very good. Very good.
Check out them links that are just right above your comment to our private Facebook and our Discord. And
yeah, join our community. Join our family. People do not choose to become addicted, and all the willpower in the world are not going to cure the addiction. When they can understand that chemically dependent, this is talking about the children, when they can understand that the chemically dependent person is one who cannot stop drinking or using without help because he or she is physically and psychologically addicted to the drug, you are beginning to help them view their parent and addiction in a more constructive light. They need to understand that addiction is evident in people who can no longer predict their behavior when drinking or using. Oh, remember the unpredictable behavior as soon as you started drinking? Felice never knew who she was coming home to or who was going to walk in the house when she was home. Who cannot control their use, right? As soon as I take a drink, I got to finish the bottle, and I got to finish that bottle over there. Now, on top of that, you're going to take me back to the liquor store because I'm going to finish all that too. And who have problems in their lives due to drinking or using. All the problems that came with it, right? Telling children they are more prone to become alcoholic or addicted to other substances or behaviors won't prevent them from developing addiction. While this information is valuable to them, it is unrealistic to expect them to choose not to drink or because of knowledge alone, right? Unfortunately, this information will not necessarily be sufficient for them to identify drinking or using as a problem prior to becoming chemically dependent. Children raised with addiction require more than just information. They need psychological, emotional, physical, and social intervention, understanding, and support. Just like us. From children to old people, we all need support
I want to
and
ask
love.
Millie what she thinks an addict look
Let's
like?
get Millie down here and ask her. We'll do a test run on our daughter.
She's funny. She's gonna have something.
Millie, come here.
Mandy think addiction is a chemical imbalance in the old noggin. The old noggin.
Definitely. And if it wasn't, it sure created one. Mom has to ask you questions, so you can use my microphone.
Yes. Oh, what do you think a drug addict looks like?
Crazy.
How do they act?
Crazy.
What do you mean by that? Just tell us exactly what you think a drug addict or an alcoholic looks like.
They look crazy and psycho. And their eyes are all droopy and all red.
That's a good answer. I was curious what you thought. Do you think they dress a certain way or
No.
just however? Interesting.
What do they look like?
Usually saggy pants and saggy shirt.
Saggy shirt and saggy pants? They're a drug addict, though.
With droopy red eyes.
Yes.
Ah,
Interesting. Can they quit using drugs?
They wanted to.
Cool. Well, there's what our daughter thinks.
Thanks, babe. Boom.
Good
Straight
job,
out of the
babe.
mouth of babes.
My son just said, sounds like everyone in his high school.
Yep.
Saggy pants and a shirt and droopy red eyes.
Well, better go drug test all them kids.
Until they found out about me. Right? Yeah, there's some people that are functioning, right? And they just look normal as can be.
Hey, up to the rock. What up?
Into the rock, what's going on? If I choose not to treat it like a disease, I will die. So today I choose to treat it like a disease and live. Amen.
Amen.
Regardless, it's something and it's happening, right? Whether you believe it's a disease or not. Like he says, if you don't treat it, you're going to die. So choose to treat it like it is a disease. And I 100% agree with that. Cherie says, nice. Into the rock, nice.
She likes
Hey, you need
it.
to quit putting her on the spot. That is awesome. All right, that is our show for us all tonight. Remember,
time.
join our Discord so you guys can all be involved, you guys and gals and everybody in between. Be involved in our New Year's Eve party coming Thursday night from 6 to midnight and beyond. Zoom meetings, movies, and live streams. Place we can all hold each other accountable and support and love one another.
Jeanette said he heard the drug test and laughed and said, oof. See, you're funny. That's funny.
Okay, ready? God,
God,
grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can,
and the wisdom to know the difference. Amen.
All right, we will be back Thursday, 6 o'clock. Felice is going to drop these comment or links in the comment one more time. Discord, private Facebook group. There you can connect and check out what we're doing.
Discord.
We have plans coming Thursday, so if you don't and you are stuck at home, join us. Just please tune in. Definitely join our Discord. I put a page in there too if you guys are all paying attention. There's one that says bring me on live. If you guys would like to come on the show and share your live story, jump into the Discord and we will set something up. Also, there is a recovering addict social media. It shows all my social media from Instagram to Twitter to blah, blah, blah. If you guys could go, please follow and support us there as well.
There you
And
go.
comment on the stuff that we comment on and help just, boom it up a little bit. More thumbs, more comments, more likes, more follows. We grow. And the more we grow, the more we support. And the more we support, the better we feel. So let's have recovery for every meal.
Oh, yeah. You made it sound delicious.
All right, y'all.
Like and subscribe just for that.
Yes, like and subscribe just for that. So until Thursday, do not put yourself in a high-risk situation. Stay strong, work your program, and remember, we recover better together.